23 damage, I meant to say.
Oh, he's still alive.
And then I will use my claws. Is this guy immune to fear? I feel like we already know he's
They
immune
are,
to
yes. The Hollow Men don't have emotions of any kind.
fear. Oh, look at me. I think he's still probably dead. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
For borrow some of your dice, Kelian.
It's alright.
Thanks, man. That's 28 slashing.
He's also dead.
Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna lumber back in here.
Mahogany or Liberation, one of you, make an intelligence check.
Alright.
Yours is probably smarter because you're.
I super already rolled it. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a 12.
A 12. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's a check, so I don't get super. If it was a save, they'd be fucked.
All right. What's next?
This guy's still snoring away?
He's still snoring away. I mean, you were not being quiet about it.
No, yeah.
And
we had a dragon.
I'll put
stomping
him
around
on the map over here if you want. What do you do with him?
Nothing. I'm just curious.
Walk past him. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude,
so
goes back to say keeping an eye on the drunkard.
So, Nath, you're kind of right about the names, but neither of these names have been anything like what's inside, and I'm kind of nervous about this room too.
Well,
like there's no gears in here. There's unless that guy's name is.
Well, the gears.
gear. No, gear is completely accurate because this is gear used for brewing. Points to the still.
Oh, okay.
I would assume that at this point, it could simply be that there's a very long climb on the other side of that, but I feel like the double meaning of bitter might not. It's going to bite us in the ass. Let's be real. Where are we?
Yeah.
Wait, so there's a trapdoor. Is this trapdoor in the ceiling?
No, it's in the floor, and it looks, other than being in the floor, it looks identical to the other silver doors you've come across. So it's a 10 by 10 door in the floor.
Well, how about we open it up and look in?
Yeah. Kelian puts the key in, opens the
I
door.
got 120 feet of blind sight to look down there.
Okay. Keelan, you put the key in, slide the door away. On the far wall from where Kelian's standing, the door slides to his right-hand side. But on the wall he's looking at, over along this west wall, there's a ladder leading down. And just opening the door, you feel a blast of bitter cold hit you in the face. It's very, very cold down there.
There's the bitter. There's the bitter right there.
And you have 120 feet of
120 feet.
The ladder doesn't go down quite that far. It disappears out of the range. How much dark vision do the rest of you guys have?
60.
60.
No, unless the spell's still up.
Okay. Then it disappears out of the range of their dark vision, but you can see, Mahogany, that it goes down maybe 80 or 90 feet and ends in a much larger room. And
yeah, and I'll
looks like
relay
frost
that.
down there. It looks like winter wonderland.
I mean, you're the one who can fly.
I mean, I'm just going to climb down there, but first, I'm going to shape change into an adult white dragon.
Okay.
That's much less impressive.
And you begin
It's
crawling.
much less impressive. It's also extremely immune to cold.
You start climbing your way down.
That's all Nath says.
Yeah.
What a thrill.
I
In darkness. So you climb down, all the way down, all the way to the bottom.
I literally just linked that in chat.
After 20 or 30 feet, the ladder's no longer attached to a wall. It opens up into this large ceiling space. And from that point, 20 or 30 feet, poking your head in, kind of, you're a huge dragon still, just acres and acres of stored liquors, barrels as far as the eye can see in a lot of different directions. Climbing all the way down to the bottom and looking at the barrel, you see each one is stamped with a year. You're looking at ones closest to you, stamped, Hashkar 59, Hashkar 56, Hashkar 57, Hashkar 63.
What year is it currently?
100 and something, around 120.
So they're all super old.
The ones you're looking at right here 60s,
Yeah.
70 years old. They go back a
Right,
ways.
I'm gonna kind of crack open the closest one.
What do you say when you say crack open? What are you actually doing?
I mean, I'm literally cracking it open because I have a claw.
You're just gonna and green beer starts spilling out of it onto the floor.
Awesome, fantastic. I'm gonna call down. Give me something to carry this in.
Don't you have water skins?
And I shout back, yeah, in Genasi form, which is not immune to cold.
Okay. Anyone got a water skin for him? Mine's full.
Are you still
Mine's
carrying a
got
giant
mirror
goblet?
liquid.
Liberation dumps
I
out
think
his
we-
own water
I think
skin and
we left-
drops it down the.
The giant
Down the hall.
gauntlet's up here.
Yeah, I think the
can't
giant
climb.
gauntlet's still over here.
Yeah, we left that somewhere.
So what do you guys throw down to him?
Liberation drops his own water skin, his own emptied water skin.
Okay, and
Thanks, Liberation.
you fill up
That's
a
why you're my
frothy
favorite.
brew of what year? Within arm's reach of the ladder, you probably got everything hashcar 50 to about hashcar 70.
Is there any specific year that we want?
We didn't hear anything about that.
No.
Like, now kind of out of character. Nath, you just heard that it was green beer, right?
Mhm.
Alright, so yeah, I'll just grab the closest then.
Okay.
And I'll climb back up. And
Okay.
I'll say, kind of dropping it at Liberation's feet, I'll say there was a lot of it down there, so if this doesn't work, there's more.
You mean so it was all different?
It was all different years.
Oh. Huh. Well, that's a good reason to keep these doors open.
We can't try every beer though.
No, if I'm being honest, it's either that all of them will work, or probably I'd have to go search for the current year.
Hmm.
Well,
But
What
let's
if that
not worry
guy-
about that for now.
what if that guy knows?
You want to wake him up?
Yeah.
I mean, he seems like a drunk. I don't know if he probably knows this place. Actually, he probably knows this place better than anybody.
Okay. Right. Goes to shake this guy awake.
You gotta shake him awake. And I mean, you just put your hand on his shoulder and shake him gently.
Oh no! I shake him really
You
violently.
shake him violently. I'm like, okay.
Hey! Wake up! Bubber!
Bear with me just a moment, please.
And then I'm kind of whispering very loudly to Nath. Nath, is there anything better than a white dragon that's immune to cold?
Silver dragon.
I'll shape change you to a silver dragon.
You shake him awake, and you see he's kind of waving his arms, kind of trying to wave you away, and something crumpled in his hand falls to the floor. But he sits up on his cot, rubbing his head, and you don't have access to it. It fell underneath between his legs. And he looks at you, and again, just big, bulbous, red, flushed nose, freckled face, balding head. This guy, and he reeks. He just smells so bad. Like if you took a bath in the gutter in the hive every year or every day for a year. And he looks at
He'd
you,
probably die.
and he said, "Is it time for this year's shipment?"
No, it's time to change your linens. Get up.
And he looks up at you, and he blinks a few times. And he says, "You're not my Sigillian contact."
I'm a Sigillian contact.
And he stands up, and as he does, he grows in size and stature to where he's a large creature. You see his skin begins fusing together in scales, and between some of them spikes begin to protrude. His face begins to like elongate till it takes on the features of essentially a gigantic frog.
Alright,
And
buddy, we could all get bigger and change our shape.
now it's time to roll initiative.
Oh, dice blocked.
Yeah, I think we kind of boned each other there.
Yeah, kinda. Man, no one's rolling any good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or maybe the largest ice para elemental. Oh.
No elementals.
Riot.
I thought that was
Initiative.
part of your thing.
No, it totally is, but I don't care.
8.
8s. That's not great.
No.
Kelian.
18.
18. That's pretty good.
Yay.
No custom elementals. Nothing. Not in the
Liberation.
monster manual.
21. You don't compliment
Nath.
me?
Nath acts at 5.
Nath gets the booby prize. Mahogany?
That's an 8.
An 8.
Oh no, I'm sorry, a 10.
A 10.
Sorry about that. I was like, how did Riot get the same as me? I'm pretty sure my
And Zook?
initiative is better than hers,
Zook is on an 18.
or at least equal.
Okay. Liberation, you got swallowed by a giant frog at one point, as I recall.
Yeah. a little
This
bit of
creature
PTSD.
looks similar to that, but it's definitely not that. This thing has pitch black scales, and the soiled clothes that it was wearing is just kind of now pierced and patchworked over this much too large body. Although you're pretty sure, given the chance, it would like to swallow you again. But you have the initiative, my friend.
He's looking to get violent.
He's absolutely about to, yeah, get violent with Riot.
Then I'm going to get violent with him.
Okay.
Man, really glad I mentioned I shape changed before the fight.
How does a 26 hit?
26 will hit.
Wonderful. Maybe 2. Go ahead and throw in the second attack as well. How about a 17?
A 17 will not hit.
Okay. Alright. I'll throw a d10 and give you some damage, sir. How does 13 damage say? What do you say for 13 damage of bludgeoning?
Sounds good to me. Moving or staying
then-
put?
I'm going to stay put and I'm going to dodge.
I'm gonna
with
dodge.
bonus action.
Nath.
Hmm?
Make a dexterity saving throw. Let's make that a strength saving throw. You're not looking to
Is it
absorb.
a spell?
It is not a spell.
Okay, I believe that's actually just a 12.
A 12. Okay, you're knocked prone as
Rude.
barrels all along the walls of this room explode, spilling ale and wine and liquor into just this hedonistic slurry on the floor that just sweeps you off your feet. No damage, but you're knocked on your ass.
And as that happens, Nath thinks over the mind like, oh, I was worried about that. Spirits being a specific drink that could be mixed from the various components.
And
Oh, the birthplace!
all of these spirits begin mixing together, forming an enormous booze golem standing over Nath's body.
Sure. I'm
We
here for the
warned you,
control.
Nath!
We warned you about stairs.
They're all literal! Oh my god, it's a spirit.
Oh.
Bear with me just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, no, I didn't want to save this. Oh, go away, window. There we go. All right, I've got a 25.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing crashes down with one of its liquidy tendrils, and you are grappled by it as it sweeps you up. And it holds you in place. With its other tendril, it forces its other tendril down into your face and down into your throat. That's going to hit a 19.
Can I use my reaction to shield?
Sure. Yeah, you're grappled. Not
Yeah,
restricted.
no, let's stop that.
Okay. And I mean, you just bite your lips closed and just try to shake, and you just get drenched from head to toe. But you manage to keep the most of this pretty delicious tasting, let's be honest, liquor out of your face. That's going to bring us to here. Let me go ahead and put the booze golem on here.
Man, the biggest bummer is that you just use a token.
I'm really disappointed that this seems like a missed opportunity for NetHack, don't you think, Rick? When you have a stack of booze potions and you put a polymorph wand over them, it should have a chance to fuse into a
It really should. You're right. There we go. There's our booze golem buddy. So you are prone and grappled by the
Yep.
best golem ever. It's going to bring us to Kelian.
Gonna take a shot at this golem schlager.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the booze golem.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot the booze golem.
Here, we can make this guy a little bigger too.
That's a neat 2.
A neat
12.
A 12. 12 does not hit.
A
Yeah.
neat
No.
two.
No shit.
Step back. Zook.
Zook is gonna take a page out of Kelian's book, except for the whole, not missing thing. Fling a dagger.
Because
at him.
I miss a lot, right? I get it.
17 hit.
17 does hit, yes.
Okay. Is Nath able to grant Zook a sneak attack?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
a conscious ally within 5 feet.
Wonderful.
He smells like booze, but he's still awake.
And hiya. 5 is 48 non-magical piercing damage.
You said 48.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zook's gonna step back. Kelian.
Gonna bring us to question marks. Alright, Drunk Man's gonna do something horrible to Riot. Actually, he's gonna do something horrible to all of you. He's casting a spell.
I can't counter it.
I can see him from. Can I see him through this?
I'll give you your 50-50 shot, because he's in your line of sight, but he's around a corner and you're trying to not
I'm
force
grappled.
boost it.
So just
I'm
roll
low on
percentile.
defense.
Just, yeah, roll any die, and if you get under
Okay.
the 50% mark.
So
Even
low is
shots.
good, is
Low
what
is
you just
good,
said,
yeah.
right? Okay. Yep, I can see him. Let's go ahead and hit him with 4th level counter spell.
Okay, make that roll.
This is plus 11. Everything.
Yeah, he goes to cast a spell, and counterspell a verbal.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, and you go to cast a spell. I mean, your speech is only slightly slurred at this point. And his
Well, I
spell,
shielded the worst of it.
his spell
There's just this
fizzles out.
rivulets of alcohol bouncing off the shield right in front of my face as I speak the counterspell incantation.
Nath is such a bummer. He will shield a good time.
That sounds right.
I want to get him like a beer stein that has that slogan on it. It's gonna bring us to Mahogany. What are you gonna do to this drunk man's?
Drunk bands. I'm gonna go kick the shit out of that booze golem.
All right.
Oh no, it's only Somatic. That's a shame.
I had a good idea for if you weren't, but you already said it, so you can.
Well, hold up, because this is gonna be fun.
Okay.
First of all,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need the super drunk here and DJ Muggs to make me.
Did you say DJ Muggs?
Yeah, Wu-Tang. We've been doing that this whole time.
God.
I'm gonna need them both to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I've got a 19 on the golem,
Alright, that's good.
and I've got an 8 that was with advantage on drunk man's down here.
Alright, Drunk Man's is feared
Okay.
by me. And I'm going to do some nice claws here. I'm swapping up my order of operations for a very specific reason. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Alright, so 2 claws does... Mahogany's not willing to put up way a good time. That's 29
29 damage.
slashing damage, magic.
Okay.
And let's go for a bite.
Now, there is no way to bite this thing without
Oh, I know.
imbibing some measure of it.
wait, I'm gonna have to hit it first. I might miss. That's
Okay.
one way. No, that's not gonna miss, and that's gonna do 21 piercing magic.
Okay.
I am, however, very large, so my tolerance is pretty high.
I mean, I knew Mahogany was in this campaign, and I still didn't put in the stat block what happens in this eventuality. We're just gonna call it a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
I am shocked that you didn't think this.
I am too. I mean, I've only been playing D&D with Nodal for
Yeah, that
years.
seems like a missed opportunity.
Next,
17.
17, and you imbibe. I mean, you try to spit out as much as possible, but I mean, once you have it in your face, like you just want to swallow. It's like a Skittle. You
It's
just want-
really good.
Yeah. And you start swaying a little bit, and the room spins ever so slightly, but nothing mechanically bad happens to you.
Yeah.
It's going to bring us to question marks again, and then Riot.
Oh, okay. Riot is going to grab the sheet of paper
Okay.
from where it fell.
Okay. You try to get down under the bed, pick it up, and it's just a crumpled note. Make a dexterity check opposed to his strength check.
It's explosive runes.
That's pretty
And
good.
he can see the dragon,
19?
so... Yeah, you got him. And as you reach down with your hand, he tries to stomp on it with his foot. But I mean, he's looking at Mahogany through the door, and he's still terrified of him. And you grab up this crumpled, foul-smelling note.
Yeah, I assume that counts as my action, right?
Yeah, we're gonna count that as... Because, I mean, you made the check, so...
Right.
You still have movement, though, if you want.
Yeah. Guy looks kind of... He didn't have any infernal weapons on him, right?
He doesn't have any weapons on him. He's got these wicked-looking claws and this gargantuan mouth, and you know that he can cast spells.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna run.
You're gonna run, then he's gonna try to claw you,
Sure.
At disadvantage, remember.
Yep. because he's still terrified.
I like to think that the way his fear manifests is he thinks I'm going to drink all his booze.
Riot, I'm looking at a 20 to hit you.
Wow, at disadvantage. Yeah, that hits.
That hits.
But he only gets the one attack, which is why I decided to run.
11 points of slashing damage,
Mm-hmm.
plus 9 necrotic damage. And you had not been in the rain, had you?
I had been in the rain.
You had, so okay, that's going to turn into 18 necrotic damage.
Okay, so that was 18 plus 11, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm hearing I need to keep dodging. Got it.
And so you just cross over to the other side of the room, back towards the door?
Yeah.
Okay, Nath, you're up.
Let's see
I mean,
if I can...
You're actually not up.
Yeah.
You're down.
Do I have disadvantage on spell melee attack rolls while I'm prone?
If it's a melee attack, yes.
Spell touch attack, I guess, is actually the technical term.
If you have to make an attack roll for it, yes.
And can I stand up while being grappled or not?
Yeah, actually you can't. You have no speed to use, so he's holding you prone. You have no speed to use.
Okay.
You can attempt to break the grapple. Or you can cast spells from that state.
Give me 1 second to look at one thing.
Use half of zero to move stand up.
Divide by 0 and crash the
whole
game.
campaign ends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just go for it. I'm going to make a melee touch attack and I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
So let's make this touch attack.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, wow. That was
I
so
want
good to so bad.
Put a lucky die on that. I'm going to use my last 2 belief points.
Okay. Oh!
Okay, so that's a 25.
That hits.
Alright, and then it gets to make... Find the exact description here. 1 second, sorry. This is a charisma saving
Oh,
throw.
it's bad at these. Ooh, I rolled a 0, actually. A 1,
And Nath
and then -1.
fishes a curved tuning fork out of his cloak, touches the creature, and plane shifts it to limbo.
To limbo?
Yep.
And it's just gone for good, right?
Unless it can plane shift back.
Unless it can play, I don't think it can. And so you just left sopping wet on the ground, just heaving as you miraculously plane shift this giant booze golem away, and you hear Mahogany go, "I was gonna drink that!"
And that's the last of my belief points. There we go.
You are no longer grappled.
So do I get my speed back so I can at least stand up?
You started your turn with 0 speed.
Okay.
You
That's
better
the Nath's turn
send them
then.
to
He's
the
just
sweet party.
laying there exhausted. That's going to bring us to Liberation.
Continuing to scrap with Mr. Drunk Man.
Okay.
DJ Muggs. I'm probably sure a 13 isn't going to hit.
13 does not.
Yeah, how about better? 23.
That does hit.
Let's go ahead and deal him 7 damage.
Okay.
And then Liberation's gonna stand toe to toe with him, ducking and weaving.
Continue to dodge.
Yep.
This might be the saddest thing I've ever said in the campaign, but I no longer have a booze golem. It's too bad.
But imagine what that section of Limbo must be like now.
Kelian, you're up.
Yeah, let's shoot DJ Muggs. Let's pretend I can do this.
Okay.
Can't believe you plane shifted a party elemental away from us.
16.
It's fun.
16?
Yeah.
16 does not hit. You hit the wall behind him. Moving or staying put?
Right.
I'm just gonna pout in the corner.
Out in the corner. Zook.
Right. Pats you on the shoulder. It's okay.
Zook is gonna take the other dagger and huck it at DJ Muggs.
Okay.
That is a 23.
That'll hit.
Every time Kelian misses and Zook hits, it's like even worse.
I know, it feels so bad. I really do. I feel terrible.
I don't. I'm an impartial third party, so.
Kilian's level 20. Once Kilian's level 20, he'll hit like that.
Kelian can spend hit dice, though. Zook can't.
Zook cannot spin hit dice. Correct. Okay, so that's 46 non-magical piercing damage.
Okay. And this dagger just impales itself in this thing's neck, and it starts bleeding this grayish green blood. Staying put?
Zook is actually going to zip out over here and pick up his other dagger.
Okay.
Give Nat a little pat on the shoulder while he's still prone.
So.
This is happening. Oh.
So this whole corner up here. And. Goes around walls. So also Mahogany. But not Zook. Couldn't quite get Zook. So
Super.
Mahogany, Kelian, Riot, and Liberation, please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I made it. I don't
I
care what it
didn't.
is. I made it.
Looking for a 15.
Pass.
Oh, actually, pass them.
Yeah, okay, I had to burn a key point to pass it.
Give me a second to count here. 36 points of fire damage, which you can cut in half if you pass the save, and Liberation can cut in half twice.
Liberation can evade it completely and
Yeah, there you
take
go.
Yeah. So can Kelian.
So, good news and bad news. The good news is most of you have either halved or reduced all the damage.
Yeah.
The bad news is its fireball explodes in the center of the room, and now everything in here is on fire, as this beer stein in the back of the room also explodes, sending volatile, flammable liquids spewing all over the floors and walls. For all intents and purposes, the entire room is on fire, and if you enter it or start your turn there, you will take damage. Mahogany, where you're standing, is not on fire because all of the beer in that room just got plane shifted to limbo.
So which room's on fire?
The room that
The gears of hidden.
yeah, this one here.
Alright.
And he just sneers at Liberation as he watches him start to ignite.
Liberation grins.
Mahogany, you're up.
I'm going to shape change back into an adult gold dragon.
Okay.
I'm gonna get right up in his face.
That's why Liberation grinned.
Okay. He's still afraid.
I
Oh,
just-
you know what? He might not be afraid of you anymore. I forgot to make that save.
Yeah, at the end of his turn.
It's a 15.
Nope.
Okay.
That's why Liberation grinned.
I can't do anything else to him, Liberation. Don't get too smug.
That's going to bring us to Riot.
Okay, so I gotta make. Do I just take damage?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let's say 14.
14.
Yeah.
8 points of fire damage. As
Is
you
it 14? So 1 second. No, 16. Sorry.
16. Okay, then 4 points of fire damage
Okay. Which I can cut in half.
to 2 points. I mean, you barely even notice it.
Yeah. Now might be the time to do the thing that I was thinking of earlier, which is casting Create Water.
Okay.
So let me see how large an area I can do this.
If you do the rain version, I think you can get pretty much anything.
Yeah, I think you're right. Waterfalls in rain in 30-foot cube within range. Yeah, so I think that's the whole room. Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
the
rain
whole
on.
room, pretty-
I'm gonna rain on the whole room, extinguishing exposed flames in the area.
Okay, make a Wisdom 10 check real quick.
Okay. That's a 12.
A 12.
I know what's coming.
You're about
I-
90% certain this will extinguish the fires as it's going through your mind casting the spell, but it's also a transmutation spell, and you know from experience that Beator is going to do something to it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead with it anyway.
Go ahead with it, okay?
Yeah.
To be clear, Riot's in the room, right?
This is the Kelian taking a 10 on that.
Riot, Kelian,
Yeah.
Liberation, Mahogany, and the Drunk Man's make a dexterity saving throw. How long does this rain last, or is it just like
It's
instant?
just
Gotta re-roll
Instant.
that.
DC?
23.
Oh,
26.
10 gallons of water in range. Okay. The DC is Riot's spell save DC.
Oh, then yeah,
as
pass.
a cleric, probably as a cleric.
If it was a cleric spell, yeah.
Yeah, so 17.
17.
Right.
Yep.
Pass.
Okay.
I definitely failed.
11 points of acid damage,
Oh, I
which you
can
could
reduce that too.
cut in half if you passed.
Do I get the evasion bonus as well?
Yeah, it was a spell.
That's dexterity, yeah.
Nice, no damage.
No damage.
That's
Yeah,
way better than I actually thought that this was going to go down, so...
Drunk Man's
Yeah.
didn't seem to notice very much either. Oh, you want me to make it Styx water? I can retcon that.
That's absolutely what I thought was going to go
I
happen
was-
here.
Riot, moving or staying put?
Did it extinguish the flames?
It
I'm
did,
gonna
yes.
move because I don't want to be in this guy's line of sight anymore.
Okay. Nath.
Hmm.
Not the first time you've woken up drunk on a doorstep in Beator, I'm sure.
That's Nath all over.
Alright, so stand up. That's 15, 20, 25, 30. Let's go ahead and he can make a DC 19 con save.
I bet he can. Oh, he can't, actually. My bad.
Alright, well, he has disadvantage on his next weapon attack, plus 8 cold damage from Frostbite.
8
Does that
cold
seem to
damage.
affect him at all?
What's your passive arcana?
16.
16? It damaged him, but he did resist the cold. Didn't seem to bother
Okay.
him that much. So, same with the acid and fire.
That's the end of Nath's turn.
Liberation.
All right. Well, I was going to flee the room once it was on fire, but I'm seeing it's not on fire anymore.
Not anymore.
This is fine. He's getting some more vitamin K.
What?
14 is gonna miss, right?
14 does miss.
Yeah. Okay.
See,
then
Kelian, you're not the only one who misses.
second hit. How about a 17?
Also misses.
Ooh.
Don't worry, man. They can't all be bangers.
I'm gonna have to use my last key point to dodge here.
Okay. Ooh, last key point. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could disengage instead.
Kelian.
Comes out the same way. I'm gonna need a rest after this.
I wanna, because I'm sick of this. I'm using my feat, or I can just add 20 to the roll because of the range attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that. So
Okay.
whatever this roll is, I'm adding 20 to it.
You got it. What's this called?
The feat is called.
Horseshit.
You guys like how I made him roll a 4 when he dropped the die to go look up the...
It's not. Sorry, not a feat. It's the boon.
Yeah, it's your
Um,
yeah, right.
Are you taking the
Yeah,
minus
dude.
5 on that?
I'm a little scared to because
Do
it's
it!
a roll 1.
Do it, coward.
If you roll a 1, it doesn't matter.
If you roll 1, it doesn't matter what you add to it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No. -5.
Okay.
So we'll put plus 20 -5 on top of it.
Let's turn it into a crit. Why not? Oh my god. Alright. So you
Why
tap
did I
into
listen to any of you?
you tap
Isn't
into
that a
this boon.
31 still?
That's still a 20.
I thought it was still
Oh,
a
yeah,
31
that's right. That's
with
right,
your
'cause
static bonuses.
I gotta add my regular bonuses.
It's a
Last
0
year.
plus
Save.
20.
Plus 20 plus 10, so 30.
Okay, yeah, you hit him, in other words.
I did it!
Why would I listen to any of you?
How often can you do that boon? I don't remember.
Once per long rest.
Ah, yes.
Kelian burning a boon to actually hit for once and then rolling a 20 would be the most Kelian thing ever.
Yes.
That would have been pretty
I was
good.
kind of expecting that. I'm not gonna. That's 34 damage.
34 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, this thing is pretty well bloodied at this point. It's been battered and beaten. It's had its spells countered, and it still hasn't eaten. And that's going to bring us to Mr. Zook once again.
Zook, now that he has his dagger back, he is going to go over here and fling a dagger. Hiya! How about an 18?
18 will hit. Zook is so good with these daggers.
I mean, it's not magical damage, so it's kind of... It's not super great, but it's something.
I see a
Wow.
bunch of 6s there.
Wow, that is a lot of numbers.
That's a big-ass roll.
That's 58 damage.
50 and
Not
it's
bad.
dead. That's right through the eye. Just as it was about to lean forward and take a big bite out of Liberation, Zook puts it down. It slumps back. Breaks the cot as the weight of it hits the ground. And this room is just decimation at this point.
Zook goes back and fetches the 2 daggers.
Okay.
Riot unwraps that note that she snatched.
And it's an ingredients list for a brew, a very old one, Hashkar 13.
Riot waves Mahogany over. Hey, I think I found our vintage.
You think I need to go down there and look for 13?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll get a look-see.
Liberation dumps the green beer out of the skin and then passes
I'll
it back
silver
to
dragon up before I head down there again.
Okay. And it's not difficult to find because everything down here is nice and organized. You just go down the stacks and you find the cask that is labeled Hashkar 13. So this is a
How big is the cask?
much bigger than the wineskin you're about to fill up with it.
Well, see, I like to... Well,
You want to sample the vintage?
I want to carry the cask up.
Yeah, you just grab hold of
Did
the
you just
cask. And
fly
it
up with it?
takes some doing, but you manage to lift it up off the shelves.
Hey,
I mean,
let's get up there. Gotta use that 27 strength for something.
he comes back up the stairs carrying the entire cask.
Uh,
Now you can carry this
bring the
cask,
whole
or
thing?
you can carry the giant goblet, but not both.
Or
Mm.
I could put the cask in the giant goblet.
Is that what you do?
How about we
No.
just tap the cask from here?
Oh, why don't we just tap the cask? Why don't we send it to Limbo, Nath?
Mostly
there-
because we probably need it to open that seal.
Is there a keg tap in here somewhere?
Also, I'm pretty much spent. I can't send anything else to Limbo right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the problem. Thanks, Nath.
Yes, there is a keg tap in the
All right.
Gears of Hedonism. I mean, it's slightly damaged because it's recently been through a fire and a gout of acid rain, but other than that,
I'll hammer it into the keg,
okay.
and then fill my water skin with it.
And you fill up with the vintage of Hashkar 13.
Yep. Cap it off. Stash it, and say, "Okay, we got it."
I'm gonna take the cask with me.
That's 2
Okay.
out of 5.
And I'm gonna... Where was the fire giant staying?
I don't
He's
know,
up
which-
to the north, beyond the barracks.
No,
Alright.
no, the stein that you dropped. It's like right outside of.
I marked
No,
it.
I don't care about that.
It's right.
I'm gonna
Here.
try and stop Mahogany.
This is the goblet.
Mahogany,
Yeah.
why don't you get a cask that we might not need in case something happens to that water skin instead of giving this one to the giant?
Yeah.
Okay. But, you know, it's giving the things that you value that makes a gift really worthwhile now. I go back down and I get some Hashkar 14.
Okay. You pick up the cask of Hashkar 14.
Yeah, and I'll bring it back up.
So you're making a gift of this cask to the giant?
Yeah.
Okay. This will be... Yeah, okay.
It's just politeness. He was helpful.
There's no doors between here and...
Who was up
There.
there?
Oops.
He wasn't 12, though, I don't think.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
where
it
it
was.
was.
Yeah, because this is where we started today. Right after Liberation drank gold.
So, Kelian, you open up the door.
Yep.
Acrophes is inside, and he stops his work briefly. And he sees the silver dragon at the door. You look a bit pale today.
Yeah, you're right. And Mahogany snaps his claws and changes it into a gold dragon. Steps in. I just thought I'd be polite. Thanks for the help earlier. And he drops down the giant cask of ale.
Well, to him, it's a regular-sized cask.
The normal-sized cask of ale.
And his eyes get very wide. And he says, "This would be a kingly gift if you hadn't stolen it from my employer."
Well, we stole it through main strength. You know, rewards of war and all that.
He asks what you want in return.
And what do I know about giants? Is he going to be offended if I say I don't want anything?
I'll let you make a wisdom check at advantage because you spent considerable
Yeah.
time in the city of Brass.
Yeah.
We met a lot of.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a nat 20.
Yeah. So, what do you want to know about giants?
Essentially, what I want to know is if I tell him like, oh, just consider it hospitality. Like this is just us thanking you. Will he then, like in the future, if he gets the chance to dick us over, not do so?
Giants, very, very much not. That giants have kind of a pecking order that's very alien to other races called the ordning. The idea being that each specific giant has a place in society that's very linear. Like there's a fire giant under you, there's a fire giant above you. All fire giants are above all stone giants, who are in turn all above all hill giants. So the best way for a non-giant to kind of make allies would be to appeal to their strength.
Yeah.
So going at it from, hey, here's a gift. Please don't hurt us in the future. That's going to make you look small. So you're going to have to approach it from a different way.
What I'm going to say then is, you've done some fine work here crafting these weapons. I was wondering if I could have one to better hunt down my enemies.
He tells you that far be it for him to give you advice, but... And he's tapping the beer as he's saying this and filling his stein and drinking deeply of it. But that continuing to steal from Destin Locke will not endear you to him.
I think that ship has sailed.
That being said, he could be convinced to look the other way. Maybe just this once.
And I nod to him. I said that would be very neighborly of you.
So, what kind of weapon are you looking for?
I have no fucking idea. I was just doing this to be...
Does anybody else have
role-playing purposes.
Do you want to give Zook
what properties does... Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. What kind of properties does
get a throwing
Green
weapon
Steel
for Zook.
What properties does Green Steel have?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Mahogany doesn't know. Unless you have proficiency in the kind of tools that is used to work metal.
Yeah.
Not your skill set.
All right. Well, then I'm going to assume it's not inherently magical. So I need something that...
Well, you know that because Liberation was in here with detect magic, and it's...
Does he has he made any arrows?
He has arrowheads.
I'm going to grab some arrows for Zook.
Okay.
These arrows.
Yeah, you can take, we'll say 10 arrowheads. These have not been fletched. These have not been fixed to shafts yet, but over the course of a long rest, you would be able to put these together. I mean, that is your skill set.
Yeah.
Or close enough.
Yeah, and so I grab him, and I thank him again. I say, enjoy the beer.
He doesn't let you leave without drinking some.
Oh, I absolutely drink some. Like, that's... Don't worry.
See, some of these evil NPCs you can make friends with.
Mahogany's neutral as hell. This is Mahogany 101. He fucking loves making friends with this evil dude.
Mahogany comes out with just this heady froth on his dragon face and a clutch of arrowheads in one of his hands.
And he says, all right, here you go, Zook.
All right.
I didn't know it was possible to quite mix the scent of beer in the top of a mountain, but somehow your breath has managed to do it.
Zook grins.
Where are we holding up? Does it really matter? Probably does.
Are we going to use a candle, or are we just taking a breather?
I need a breather.
I need at least a breather, but I'm almost completely spent. I've never been this exhausted. But an hour would be good for me. I could get some lower valencies back.
I'm not too tapped as far as magic goes.
I just need to meditate for a little while. I'll be okay.
Yeah, let's say an hour. Let's
Okay.
find somewhere to hold up.
Where are you doing this?
Yeah. I feel like the heart of ambition a bad place?
In the torture chamber?
Yeah.
Why not use the guest room?
Which guest room?
Oh no, we got to go through a gold door.
Yeah, because we'd have to go
I
through
can see
gold,
we
that's
did.
why.
Whereas Heart of Ambition, we can knock that Titan right out. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can knock the door from the other side, or you can once we're rested.
Yeah, I'll do it. My second level thoughts aren't good.
Well,
for
we
that.
can also just be a little careful as we close it and see if we can spot the keyhole.
Yeah, it's also true.
Fair.
So bundling down in the torture chamber sounds fun.
It does sound fun. So we're leaving the door open or
that just
closing
sounds
it?
like us.
I think what we should do is Kelian's got the key, right?
Yes.
So let's have Kelian give somebody else the key. Kelian can pick the lock, go in, then watch as the door closes to see where it fits, and then one of us can use the key to enter.
That makes sense. And if he can't figure it out, we're no worse off than we were.
Right.
I don't know if I have the strength, because I got to pick it, and it's got to be moved, right?
Right.
Now
Yeah.
recall my feelings from earlier, where I said if I were designing a trap like this, I would
Yeah, but we know it's
We know the other side is open because we left it
Just-
like that.
Just remember that when earlier when Mahogany was holding it, he was almost overcome by something on the plane. I think we probably shouldn't dick around with it too much. A second, a low valency spell to knock it again isn't going to be a big resource drain.
Mhm.
Let's
Yeah,
just
that's
go
fair.
in and close it.
Okay.
Okay, so you go inside and close it.
Anyways,
Alright.
right over here.
So well, first of all, go ahead and take the benefits of the short rest.
Alright.
And second of all, who drinks all the hash car while you guys are resting?
Nope.
I mean, I've already been having
So-
quite a lot.
I've got...
Everyone can take an extra whopping 2.
Okay.
To 3 healing.
We'll go ahead and end the session right there.
Mhm.
If we do one
So I
more
can
scene,
build
I
20.
think we'll go over time. Hey, I've got good
Yeah,
news though.
Probably so.
Looking
Yeah.
at my map, I think you guys have cleared pretty much the whole dungeon at this point.
Yeah, we've got
Barn.
Amethyst Chamber, we've got locks, and
There's a
like,
couple areas up north.
Yeah, there's a few, but yeah. I feel like if we tried hard, we might be able to do it next time.
I hope so. I would like to, but I don't want to.
The good news is I don't think we ever have to meet Amethyst. So
16.
that's a super hard fight that we don't have to fight, and B, a lot of time that we don't have to waste.
I'm glad we're not even pretending like we wouldn't have to fight him. I can appreciate that.
It's me 22. Okay.
All right,
What's a
yeah.
solar like? CR 23?
It's pretty. It's up there. It's pretty up there.
I think they might actually be individually more powerful than Pit Fiends, but it's been a while.
They are.
Oh,
yes.
they absolutely are.
Both in second and fifth edition.
Yeah.
They are the most
know, yeah, I know.
powerful.
Yeah.
Like
I will say, the campaign that I ran that came to a conclusion a couple months back, we went up to level 15 or so, and a Solar was the last boss of that campaign.
Mm-hmm. Solars are really, really nasty if you fight them.
Yeah. Yeah.